Today's story is of one such shy boy, whom people the brand ambassador of shyness call Do. His bad luck so bad is that whenever he something good work to do goes, then every time something or other upside down happens, but heart to then no one control, not can. He fell in love with his own strict and angry boss's beautiful daughter with, but bad luck as if on him locked had become. Whenever boss's daughter his in front comes then by him something or some mess up happens. Now this love his bad luck to unlock will be able to or not will see we in this entire story. So hello friends, my name is Ishita, and stories beginning in we a man see who running while going quickly train to catch tries. But just then train's door lock happens and his suitcase inside only remains. Now trains inside Tom and Paul name of two friends sitting are who one same company in job do. Tom that suitcase to his near keep so that next time that man to could return. Tom very much shy types boy is, and his bad luck so bad is that whenever he any good work to do goes, then every time something or some mess up happens. This apart till today he, one even girl not could impress. Reason this is that girls with talk doing and only his condition tight to become starts. Now in this compartment their boss's daughter Lisa, also office going, is whom Tom in mind likes. But till today from her ever talk to do courage, not could muster. Paul, him forces that today chance, is so going from her talk, takes otherwise life entire single remaining will roam. Tom courage mustering goes, but that seats in between a woman her children with sitting is, and as soon as Tom talk to do tries, then suddenly trains jerk from scene something such becomes from which poor guy's courage and weak to fall happen, still he again try does and near going talk to do tries. But this time suddenly that suitcase opens which inside some naughty type magazines were. From this matter and worse becomes, and Lisa thinking and falls that Tom probably other type's boy is. After this they office reach and Paul him explains that to be embarrassed of any matter not. Such chances and also will get. Then a little while later, office's staff member Audrey coming Tom to tells that boss him chamber in called has. Boss's name Jack is who always his work about very much strict remains and work in a little bit mess up happening on job from fires gives. Everyone knows that their boss very much too much grumpy is and every day him to bear has to. Tom goes, then boss him says me to known fell that you some new ideas about thinking are so I to know want that what your ideas are. Just then Audrey there on coffee to serve comes. But that coffee very much too bitter is, and Tom's with a long boss also, that coffee liked not comes. Boss this about Tom from talk. Does that tell what with Audrey to do should? Tom says that often company down to happen many reasons are in which this type of some small mistakes also included happen. But before this Tom him explains that he just example giving was. Boss immediately Audrey to inside calls and her job from fires gives. Then Tom chamber from coming out just Lisa his near comes and says today evening at you my home to come, me to a party in to go have. Tom very happy becomes that Lisa his with party in to go wants. But here matters something else is. Lisa says that I daddy, to will make understand, you just reach. After this evening happening, Tom home on reaches, and his boss with meets. Boss him everything explains that today, night house completely empty will remain. I some work for going AM and Lisa also partying gone is. Therefore today, entire night you to well houses care to take half to. This hearing Tom a little disappointed becomes, but something say, not can, and boss's talk accepts. Boss home in an owl had kept which he very much likes. Therefore he, Tom, to well explains that owl mice to eat likes, and you to correct time on him, food to give have. If him anything happened, then understand your job gone. Now bosses after leaving Tom sitting some CDs to watch starts in which Lisa's some beach type video was in which she quite short clothes wearing had. Tom attention with watching is, and just then suddenly there a boy comes. His name Reid is, and he boss's elder son is. But some reason his dad him home from thrown out has. Therefore home empty seeing he a little while for came is. Tom him tells that he office and work does, and today night just houses care for came is. They both talk just doing, were that just then boss to meet for Audrey also thereon comes is. But Tom seeing she is surprised that you hear what doing are. Tom tells that I houses care for stayed am. Audrey says that she bossed to meet came was so that her job back to get for request could. Meanwhile, Audrey's ex-boyfriend also there comes, and Audrey with some old matters about to fight starts. Both anger in to scream start, and Tom them to calm to try. Does that you both hear something mess up did? Then boss me job from Willfire. Just then, Owl's throat and something gets stuck, and his screaming sound hearing. Tom quickly goes and hurry in him toilets water to drink, giving fixes. That same between Lisa phone, does and Tom, to tells that she party from quickly back will come. Therefore he if wants, then his home back can go. Tom says no matter you're coming until I here can stay. Now a little while later, Owl's eating time happens, and boss him everything told had that owl mice to eat likes. But before this, he him food gives. His hand from mice's box falls, and they all around to run start. Tom somehow one mouse to catches. But just then Owl quickly flying while comes and mouse to catch home. From outside runs goes. Now Tom him to find for outside goes, and his following while neighbor's area in goes. Just then there an old man, Tom on gun pointing threatens that your courage how happened my property in to enter of. But Tom him explains that he just a servant is, and nearby houses care for came is. After this, Tom back coming, sees that Audrey her many friends to calling home, in no one not being's advantage taking is. Tom troubled becoming Audrey to explains that you, your friends with Owl to find in my help do, otherwise boss me alive not will leave. Then hauling coming, Tom sees that Lisa back come has, and she very tired was, therefore more talk without her room and goes. Now Audrey Owl to find instead her friends with entire kitchen to reckon engaged was. But Tom her from request does that, how also doing Owl to find will have to. Just then he a mouse to seize who straight going Lisa's bag in enters, Tom him to take out to try. Does. But that mouse his pants in only enters. Just then Lisa there reaches, and him something this condition in sees. Tom her explains that he mouse to catch was. This between mouse going Lisa's room in also reaches. But he catch in not comes, and Tom also falls. Now Lisa very well Tom with behaves, and both drink, doing talks to do start. Lisa was thinking that Tom gay is, and her girls from him any interest not, is because train in he naughty type magazines his near seen had. Therefore she music playing Tom's in front, completely carefree, becoming dance to do starts, and him dance doing, seeing Tom also her with dance to do starts. Just then, Lisa a romantic song plays, and song with dance doing Lisa's romantic mood also on becomes. But Tom's talks from when known falls that he completely normal boy is, then she embarrassed feels and too shy starts. But Tom her explains that no matter sometimes such misunderstandings happen. Two people between most important thing trust is, and I then start from only a introvert types boy am, and talks in Tom. This also says that you heart's very good girl are, and you ever office in anyone with rudeness doing not seen. His talks Lisa to very good feel, and here both one another to kiss to do start. But in between Tom stops, and Lisa from excuse making outside comes, so that can see that Audrey Owl to catching is or not. But Hall in coming just he, a fat boy, meets who Lisa to meet, came, was, and himself, Lisa's boyfriend Hans tells. He says Lisa me from breakup did, has, from which I very troubled am. Now my heart is doing that her same in front suicide do. But Tom, him lie tells that Lisa home in not is. They both talk, just doing, where that Tom sees Owl his in front from flying going is. He immediately his following does, then Owl flying some other neighbor's house in enters. Tom that house in goes, so that Owl to catch can. But that house's people him some Albert to think start who their daughter to see for coming was. Tom them to explain to try does that you people probably wrong understanding are. But they something also without thinking their daughter to show for in front until bring. Tom troubled was becoming that he what trouble in coming stuck has, but this time well to explains that my name Tom is, and I hear my Owl to catch for came was. This hearing they people anger do, and him home from outside throw. Outside he Audrey meeting tells that Owl then catch in not coming. But my one friend health with related a little problem is which you quickly coming check should. Her upper body's left side in anything feel not happens, and sometimes my with also such happens. Tom says that you to some good doctor from check should get done, but she not agrees and forcibly him from check to get start. But just then there Lisa coming this all sees, and Tom to wrong understands. Tom her to explain to try does, but Lisa anger to do starts that you all boys same are, and you people's attention only one thing on stuck remains. You right now my home from leave, then better will be. Now Tom to go then wants but Lisa to something not known that her back behind home in what happening is. Therefore he decision does that boss is coming until he houses everything first, like normal doing, only will go. Just then he sees that a thief coming safe to open trying is. Tom that same gun him on point does, which he neighbor that old man from Gotten had, but that man Tom to lightly taking, says that I some thief not am. My name TJ is, and your boss's son Reid. My one precious thing this home and hidden kept is which, on getting I hear from will leave. Just then house is conditioned to ask for boss calls, then Tom everything completely normal tells. But this between TJ Tom to harass for entire home and urine doing dirty does, from which Tom's troubles and increase happen. After this Tom a trick plays, and he Audrey with together TJ's drink, in unconscious becoming pills mixes and drinking a little while in only TJ unconscious becoming falls. But overdose happening because he very much bad way to writhe starts. From which Tom gets scared and everyone to calling says now this what we'll do, all say to panic any matter not. If this dies then we this garden and berry will and anyone to anything also known, not will become and a little while later, only they all him taking berry to start. Tom, this seeing says you people, this all what doing are, if in it life remaining, then what will do? Audrey's boyfriend says that nothing will happen. He died has, and anyway, this any good man not was, therefore you troubled not be. Just then, there Lisa comes, and Tom to sorry says that she something more to said had. But then when her known falls that these people, someone to bury, are, then she gets scared. This same between TJ consciousness and coming outside comes from which all people badly to scared become, and he getting up just Lisa to catches. But Tom courage shows and says, if you someone to kill, only have then me on bullet shoot. But Lisa to leave do. Just then behind from Reid him hitting again unconscious, makes an all danger from get saved. Tom's this bravery seeing Lisa to he very much to like to start. Just then there on Daryl name of a man coming, says that he boss's man is, and boss phone did that Tom, going them station from take come. After this, Tom boss to bring station towards leaves and home, in Lisa with all people together, entire houses all scattered stuff, to fix in get engaged. This during Audrey, her boyfriend with again normal becomes, and all people scattered one stuff to fix start. But Daryl to see are who probably here on something to find came was, and he actually TJ's partner was. He junk stuff throwing while not known why a bag house's roof on throws. Other side Tom his boss taking coming is. Just then he sees that boss's owl there following while coming is. But Tom cleverly boss's glance him on falling not gives. This side all people home to fix in busy are. Just then we see that Hans, someone to without telling home in enters comes, and anyone him to see also not can. That same between there on some policemen come because them news gotten was that here on some drugs dealing happening is. Lisa them tells that this my dad's home is, and here such anything also not happening. But policemen's suspicion doing inside come, and just then they see that Hans' suicide to do trying is. But he so fat is that rope with chandelier broken down falls. Other side Tom boss taking to reach just about to. But just then, owl following while exactly cars inside comes, from which car disbalance becomes boss car control to try does, in this same hurry and car coming straight. Boss's home's wall breaking inside comes. All people gathered become that this how happened, and police also inquiry to do, starts that these alls behind finally whose hand is. Boss says I Tom to home's responsibility given had, and this same these alls route will be. But just then Reid in front coming, everything tells that I this home's owner Jack's son am, and I only TJ with together 3 kilo drugs' deal to do was. But then my mind changed and dad's going, just I home in coming that drugs toilet in flushed out. But boss police people to says Tom to arrested be done. Because my home's destruction happened and police people such only do. Then we next day's scene see where Jack his own owl to see comes, which home's roof on sitting is. He him to catch for home's nearby tree on climbing him to catch to try does. Just then he window from sees that Lisa and Reid mutually talk are. Reid Lisa to tells that I know you Tom to love do. But dad with along you also, him wrong understanding are. Actually Tom dad's non-presence in home to completely handle to keep very tried but from him not could happen. He completely innocent is. Whereas I only homes inside drugs keeping everything messed up. Tom very much good boy is, and I want that you always his with remain. This all matters their dad outside from hanging while listening are, and to them realization happens that Tom's with they wrong did, whereas these all's responsible his useless son is, this during boss tree from very badly downfalls, from which his some private parts in also injury happens, but after this, Jack Tom to jail from gets out and Red him taking comes. Tom immediately running while Lisa's near reaches and her very much love with proposes does and says, your dad only me wrong understanding jail sent. Just then behind from Jack comes and Tom to tells that you wrong understood but now any problem not will be. You both one another to love do and this my for very happiness's matter is. Now stories end and everything fine happens. Where now company in Tom to everyone's superior made given. Boss also now small mistakes for people job from not fire, because to them understanding had come that someone to immediately judge taking correct not is. Tom and Lisa one another with very happy are, and with this story right here ends. So friends, I hope that this story you very much liked will have. Then we'll meet one more fun story with